Right, solutions for Jan 2021, paper 2, question 1. Which using a calculator or otherwise calculate the exact value of 147 plus 2/3 minus 1 and 5/6. Right. So again, you can enter this exactly as you see in a calculator. They give us the option to use the calculator or otherwise they show you working. So we just go ahead and use the calculator. Right, so you can say with use of calculator or by calculator. Answer equal, and you plug this exactly like you see it in your calculator, right? 1 and 4/7 plus 2/3 minus 1 and 5/6, and the answer will be 17 over 42. Exact value, so we don't want any decimal reoccurring here, right? Okay. Write the value of cube root of 27 over 9 squared as a fraction in its lowest term. So some students tend to make a mistake with this one. I think this is square root, but this is not square root, this is cube root. If you look on your calculator, you would see there's a button that looks like a square root, but it have a little 3 in it, right? You press second function to access it, or shift, depending on the calculator, right? So you could try it. When you find the cube root of 27, you're supposed to get, so let me write it here, cube root of 27 would be 3, right? Cube would just mean you want to find what number when you multiply by itself 3 times given you 27. So 3 by 3 by 3 is 27, or use your calculator and we get that. And then 9 squared is 9 nines are 81, right? So therefore what I have here is a cube root of 27, which is 3 over 81, and I wanted the lowest term. 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into 81 is 27. So 1 over 27 there is the answer, right? That's the lowest term. Right. Part B, the thickness of one sheet of cardboard is 485 by 10 to the negative 2. A construction worker uses 75 sheets of cardboard stacked together to insulate a wall. Show that the exact thickness of the insulation is 363.75. Right, so the access to show this, so obviously we cannot use this, our final answer has to be this, right? So if one sheet is 485 by 10 to the negative 2 millimeters, and we're going to stack 75 sheets together, we want to find how much 75 sheets is. So 75 sheets will be this number multiplied by 75. So it's 75 sheets multiplied by the thickness of 1. Right, when we multiply that, we're supposed to get 363.75 millimeters. Let's see the show, so now we can write hence show. If you're having issues or you're not sure how to get 10 to the negative 2 in your calculator, you press 485 multiply by, there's a button that says y to the x. Some calculators have it x to the y, right? Or some calculators have this little symbol like an upside down V. That means you're raising to the power. So you will press 10 and this button, or the y to the x button, and then press negative 2, right? That will give us 10 to the power of negative 2. Okay, write the thickness of the insulation corrected two significant figures. Right. 363.75. Right, I went through significant figures in the last paper, right? So let me just do this one now. 363.75 to two significant figures. So this first significant figure is 3, the second one is 6. So then we will draw a line here. 3 is less than 5, so we're not adding 1 to the 6. So this will become 3, 6, and everything else will remain as zeros. So 360 millimeters. Now they want it to one decimal place. 363.75. So one decimal place, we check in one place after the decimal point. So we draw a line between there. This is 5, so we add 1 to the 7. So this will become 363.8 millimeters. And then they wanted a standard form as well. We did this earlier as well, right? 363.75 in standard form. So standard form is a number between 1 and 10. So this number as it is 363. That is not between 1 and 10. If we move the point this position here, that is 56. That is still not between 1 and 10. If we move it here, 3.6 is between 1 and 10. So that will be 3.6375 multiplied by 10. And how many places we move it? 1, 2 places we move it to get it to this location. So that's to the power 2. And remember, since the number is the number greater than 1, and we shifted it to the left, it's going to be a positive number here, right? If this is a number less than 1 and shifted it to the right, this will be a negative number. Just to remember, sometimes they could ask for another instead of standard form. They could also ask for scientific notation. Same thing, means the same thing, right? Scientific notation and standard form is the same thing. Right, last question here. Marco is on a vacation on the Caribbean. He changes 4,500 Mexican pesos to Eastern Caribbean dollars. He receives 630 ECD. Complete the statement below about the exchange rate. 1 ECD is how much Mexican? Right, so they're asking for the 1 ECD on this side. So therefore, we're going to lay out our question with the ECD on the left-hand side as well, right? So for 630 ECD, he receives 650 ECD when he exchanged 4,500 Mexican pesos. Right, 650 equal to 4,500, and I want to find for 1. So if you want to find for 1 here, what we would do is we would divide both sides by 650. To get 1, we divide by 650 here. So we get 1 ECD. And if we divide by 650 on this side, we do the same thing on this side. And that was 7.14. So our 1 ECD is 7.14 Mexican pesos. Right, so that was the end of January 2021, question 1.